Not to drop the well actually on you, but, well, actually, it would be Uru Torah Shiu Redingu. And that would be she with a little u, so shu, and then the redding wouldn't be re-di, it would be re small 2d, reddi gu would be the way that you would Romanize into katakana ultra shredding. Hi, I'm Chris, I'm Vangelis, I'm streaming today, and for the very first time, I'm running the stream. And I'm happy to say that I see here in the chat Long was here, and Mischievous Turtle, and Chris Muse, and Delta Tryon, and Adam Rockmore. Hello, everyone. We're focused today. We're laser focused. We are, in fact, ultra focused, because I have a goal, and I'm not going to stray off topic. But to start off, let me briefly stray off topic to say that the Toy Hacks code for this month is Vanjablossom. So there it is, if you are purchasing adhesive sticker things from specifically toyhacks.com and you use that code, you get 15% off your order this month, and it helps to feed the machine. Hello, TF Acliff. Who was running them before today? We don't talk about the past, we simply move forward towards the future. I have a goal today, and that goal is to fill in the missing gaps in the memory of Omega. That's a really fancy way of saying I want to pull Omega cards. What am I talking about? Let's get down to it. Oh, by the way, this code, I almost didn't get this in time because I forgot about the fact that February is shorter. So briefly, this code was going to be Marchimus, but I shot in an email in a panic and was like, can we run with Vanja Blossom? And thank goodness the fine folks at Toy Hacks were able to implement my needs. But you're going to see something wild here. I have rearranged the camera. The desktop view is now a little fuzzier, but it's in service of something. It's so that I can take cards and hold them like this, and then we don't have to go like, anyway, let me show you the card. Ooh, let me make the autofocus work. Let me get the autofocus to work. The focus is just locked here. We're all good. So, the Ultraman card game is something that launched in October of 2024 in 15 territories, regions, countries, etc., in 4 languages, and none of them were Canada. And thank goodness it launched in Canada in February, and we have International Worlds Qualifier Tournament on March 22nd. And so we sped through 3 starter decks and 4 booster sets to be set up to have a meta to try to determine the top 4 Canadian players in the country. And I want to participate in that, and I want to give it my best shot. Hello, Sky Seiyu. Hello. Long was here. I am about halfway through Ultraman Omega. I'm up to episode 16 or 17. Yeah, we got a speed run. Yeah, it's the Ultraman card game, Mike Spiegel. So, I'm just showing this off because we got a fresh, like, promo pack going on that started, like, yesterday. If you buy 3 packs from a participating store, which technically by Monday should be all of them, then you get a little promo pack, and the promo pack can have like 7 things in it, the 7th one being the rarest of them, and I happened to pull one of those. This is the rarest thing you can get from the promo pack. This is a player priority marker, so the lead player or first player, the next player or second player. You can set this down to keep track of it. If someone, takes priority, now they're first player. It doesn't come in this thing. I put it in this thing because I think it's sexier in this thing. Alright. If you like, it is just a card that is shiny. It's the only shiny thing in the 1 for every 3 boosters promo. It's promo pack volume 4, I think. Ultra League volume 4. But this is just a card. I just like it in this thing because it's got that tactile hoo-wah, like it's now like a little audio cassette. Well, it's thinner than an audio cassette, but it sounds like an audio cassette. I am objectifying the card, but that is just my defensible cardovnism. Anyway, I also wanted to show off and explain the reasons why I'm on Ultraman Omega. So I have bought like just some booster packs. There is Starter Deck 3. Half of Starter Deck 3 is a lot of the Ultraman Omega card base. So I did have that. But then I bought some of this set. And while pulling stuff from that set, I pulled 3 copies of the level 1 rare with art by Nick Roche, by the way. I know a lot of you all are here more so from the not card gaming, not Ultraman side of the world I live in. And we all still know Nick Roche, right? So this is a Nick Roche Ultraman Omega piece of art. So I got 3 of these. But I also pulled 2 of the Omega triple rare. The rarities in this game is common, uncommon, rare, rare, and rare. So I'm still missing any of the Omega rare rares, but I got 2 of the rare rares. And that's pretty neat. Chris Mizo interviewed Nick Roche. Hell yeah. I mean, I've seen Nick Roche. I mean, I talked to Nick Roche at TFCon before. But yeah, this is a Nick Roche Ultraman Omega. I don't have it handy, but there's a Gigarade is a Matt Frank piece. Tom Chu has a couple pieces in here. So that's something I'm looking for, is I need a 4th one of these. I need 2 more of these. I need 4 rare rares. And I need 4 of the other Meteo Beast. What's his name? Not Rekiness. I'm all good on Rekinesses. Trigaron. I need 4 of the level 6 Trigaron to finish, like, the beautiful card set. It's a lot of R's, yeah. Is it Rouchy or Roush? I believe it's Nick Roche, as I understand it. Like Roche. Or I've heard it Roach as well. Roach or Roche. But I don't believe it's 2 syllables is the main thing. So, while also opening this very set from, like, about 6 to 8 random booster packs, I also opened some of the fancy alt arts. So this is what's called, and I'm showing you these because I don't know if I'll open any in there. Who knows? This is called an art parallel. So this is usually a rare, a single R rare, but with different art. So in this case, this is Ultraman X's single rare, level 1 from the set. But this illustration is by Mikihiko Tabata, and it's shinier, and it says AP up there. So I have a fancy level 1 X. How's my deck progress? Hopefully it changes with this. KVN Sick in the chat is one of our locals, I'm pretty sure, talking about Banana. But yeah, I'm hoping to come by Banana tomorrow. Banana Games in Toronto, Ontario, where the game officially launched, technically, by the way. Anyway, this is another one of the alt arts. This is a signature parallel, so there's SPs, and there's SSPs, and there's SSSPs. So there's signature parallels, signature parallels, and most cool of all, signature parallels. This is just a signature parallel, so it's another alt art, but shinier, with more of a name branding kind of treatment on the background. I think the art is still exclusive to the SP, but they're called signature parallels because the Ultra himself has signed it in Ultrasign, which is the language of the Ultras. So it's not signed by the actor, it's signed by Ultraman Trigger himself, which is pretty dang cool, in my opinion. Why is it called Banana? Well, it's called Banana because they're called Banana Games, and for every $1 you spend there, you get a banana buck. So I've been racking up the banana bucks. If you're wondering why they're called Banana Games in the first place, I mean, like, maybe try reading your Bible? I don't know. It's so cool that Trigger signed the card himself. I know, right? But this is just my fancy cards. I just wanted to show these off to be, you know, a big dog. This is my current Omega deck. So as you can see, there's a bunch of Omega and Reckiness in here. I've splashed some level 1s of Nexus and Victory to fill in space, and also to defend against the Scourge known as Promo Zeton, who is built to screw up a deck that only really has 1 featured Ultra in it. And I have to be prepared to face that. But also, you know, obviously there's... these are from the starter deck. If you get starter deck 03, you get 3 of each of these triple rares, which is Reckiness Armor and Reckiness. And they are, you know, very much part of the backbone. This is a huge part of the backbone of the endgame for this deck in a perfect world. Yeah, we gotta jam games tomorrow. Any Vol'jiness in BP05, which comes out after the World's qualifiers. So BP06 up to that is out everywhere else. If you're in America, you can already get Vol'jiness. You can get Vol'jiness armor. You can get the level 3 Trigaron armor. You also got, like, what is it? BP06 adds Sevenger. And then BP07 is about to launch in a month. That's going to add more villains, notably Carmera. That's the one I always remember because it's not Carmilla, but it should be. And yeah, there's some good guy kaiju in here. Like, Omega is built around specifically recognizing the Meteo type kaiju. So that's Reckiness, Trigaron, and Vol'jiness so far. And there's also, like, the ability to play, like, kaiju decks. If you're running... We got someone here in town who bought out BP03 heavily, and they've got a whole bunch of Ultraman Belial, a whole bunch of Jugless Juggler, and a bunch of kaiju. And that's a valid deck, too. Last night, in a fit of creativity, I scripted out my first video about this game that I want to do. Hello, Lee Thomas. But yeah, I'm gonna get my little funky keyboard out of the way. We're gonna get on it. I'm gonna get this open. We're gonna start doing packs. I'm gonna demonstrate also the kind of pack opening pervert I am, which is that I sort as I go, pack by pack. So I've actually brought out one of my solo board gaming tools to have 3 different stacks of cards, so I can at least soft sort as I go. Because it's how I am. I already have little name tags on my dividers in my box for every Ultra, and about 4 or 5 of the Kaiju types who have full card pools. I'm being defeated by the shrink wrap. No, I'm not. I lied. Nobody defeats my fingers. Not shrink wrap, not nobody. Branded shrink wrap, by the way. Ultraman card game branded. Don't forget the dab test. I'll figure out a way. Oh man, there's like a sticker on here. I can't cheat. I can't like pre-open it. Can I sicko peel the sticker? Oh no, they built this sticker to not just be removable. It's like it's a security function of some sort. But it's gonna leave behind some. Yeah, look at that. Void. Do I build my void when I... Alright. Well, that's kind of cool. Now we got the void crotch of Omega. So I've been told one thing by parties in question, which is I should shuffle the packs before I start, and I will always agree to simple requests like that. Also, BP04, every set has a box topper. Check out my box topper. It's Baltan. This Baltan has a little history to it. Let me get him out of here so you can all see and enjoy the history of BP04 box topper promo Baltan. There's a couple of Baltans, but the original run of BP04, when this was out everywhere but Canada, their meta was toxic and dominated by Baltans. Alien Baltan Sajin, says a deck may include any number of this card. And there's another promo Baltan with the same clause. So there was this deck that was like, it was like 21 of this, 21 of the other one, and then 2 playsets of the non-self-duplicatable Baltans. This one was the one, though, where they eroded this, or you know, semi-transcended it, I believe is the term. So that now it is a deck may include up to 8 copies of this card, because people were buying 20 boxes of this set to have 20 of this card, and the card does say, when it is on his own, activate once per turn, exile 3 alien Baltans from your discard. For each alien Baltan you have on your field, give one of your alien Baltans plus 1,000 BP battle points, the number, till end of turn. And so, apparently, this deck took over the world because you would just constantly have, I'm guessing for each turn, a Baltan would get plus turn number strength, and that probably spiraled horrifically. I have 2 of this now, so hey. Is Gridman considered an Ultraman? I believe it is a separate franchise. Hey, EJ! EJ would know. That is, oh, Valgen, yeah, there you go, Valgen S next set for Canada. I didn't see you in the chat there, EJ. Oh, wait, what's the correction? What was the... Oh, is there no SSP? Is there no... It's signature, and then it's signature. Okay. Because, yeah, after that, there is ultra rare, but those are... Ultra rares, I don't think we're going to see one of those. Anyway, EJ is some... If you have any questions about the game, EJ in the chat is designed and sculpted and was born for this moment to answer your questions about Ultraman card game. Okay, there is no signature parallel, only signature parallel. That's good to know. I like to say the full name. That's just that's a thing of mine. Anyway, Baltan, this guy was spooky. As far as I'm concerned, super special signature parallel. But signature is so fun to say over and over again. The mouthfeel is disastrous. Anyway, as I said, I was told I should pull the packs out and give them a shuffle. And if there's one thing I like to do, it's I like to raw dog shuffle without sleeves. So let's see if we can Pharaoh shuffle these packs a little bit. I lost one, but that's fine. No information has been given away. We don't know what the cards are in the pack yet. I've done commander decks this way. This is simple. Easy as pie. Alright, that's one Pharaoh. Can I riffle these, do you think? Let's give it a shot. Normally I wouldn't do this, but like I have it under good authority. I should be riffle shuffling my card packs. Yeah, that went great. I should be in Vegas, to be honest. Alright, let's get this Pharaoh shuffled back together at the bottom. Okay. Hey. Get it together. You're on camera. Would anyone like to cut? Always offer your opponent a cut. Do not... What do you mean, do not... I'm not riffle shuffling... I'm just riffle shuffling the packs. It's different. Would anyone like to cut? Tell me how many from the top to cut at. I'm not going to tell you how many there are. That's up to you to do your goddamn homework. So give me a number. I will cut 13. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. We will cut here. 13 was in first. Sorry, everybody. Although I did see 1/3 from Mike Spiegel, and I do like the challenge, because 1/3 is 8. So I will cut another 8. There we go. We're shuffled. We're ready to go. I'm going to put these here. And I'm going to use this to put wrappers in. So we'll move that over. I'm going to put this other guff in here to get us started. Okie dokie. So these are Japanese style packs. So those of you who play games with the little nodule at the top, it's those kinds. I've developed a habit of trying to rip the top because I can never get it to hangnail, and then I feel small. So first pack magic. Let's see. Oh, I am gonna hide the back. The back card is a QR code, and it's mine. So I'm gonna hide away the back cards. So if I'm pulling things away for a second, it's so you don't steal my damn QR codes. You know, we used to live in a society, but now we are a world of self-serving intent. But it's good to be selfish sometimes. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is you can't have my QR codes. Retro cute. How do yoy F? I'm pretty F yoy good. So, the way that these packs usually work is commons tend to be, not always, they tend to be photographs. Some of the uncommons also tend to be photographs, and commons tend to be vanillas. So, for instance, level 1 common Ultraman Omega. This one is just 5,000, average for a level 1. There's a speed type. I always forget what the word is for this. But the types up here can matter, but I personally don't know how to build around those yet. That feels like higher level gaming to me. But anyway, these are, you know, kind of like vanillas. There's Gaia, level 2. Are these unusable? Some of them you're probably unlikely to use in heavy constructed play. However, I have still found, because of their raw numbers, these can be fun to splash in. Oh, by the way, number 1, I got an update from EJ. Starting in set 5, vanillas are mostly phased out of the common slot, so, hey yo. Number 2, I need to show you all who haven't seen this. This card stock is sick, and the card back is embossed with a texture and the, like, you know, the kind of Ultra Q style, like, spooky swirls. And these are able to handle a little bit of unsleeved play. I believe EJ at the release event said, like, ostensibly, right? Ultraman is something that children will interact with. Therefore, these cards are built to survive a little bit of a children. That embossing, yeah, that embossing, it's sick. It's really cool stuff. Anyway, so we got Omega. Hang on, I'm gonna first disappear my QR code. You'll never know. You'll never know. It's gone now. So we got Omega, we have Gaia. I usually do these alphabetical when they aren't kaiju, so I'm just going to do that because it's my pleasure to. Nexus, Vanilla, Victory, level 2. Blue I put as R/B because Blue and Rosso are a deck type. A very cool deck type, like a Spellslinger deck type. So by the way, these are all character cards. I'm assuming some of y'all haven't seen this game yet. What's up, Ken? Noise Maze, only a little bit of children. But yeah, this card stock I've shown this to random folks from other card gaming communities in town, and the card stock gets comments, which is nice. So there's 2 card types in the game. Most decks, you will have like 44 to 46 characters. And then the other card type are scenes. You can tell what scenes are because they're in landscape. But they're all actual episodes, and they have like a round number upon which they can be played from. How does it compare to Gundam card stock? Comparable? I think this is a little bit overall nicer than Gundam unfoileds. The foileds, I guess, is sort of like roundabouts the same. I think unfoiled Gundam is more matte sheeny, and a little bit less heavy in the middle, but this is getting into like my mouthfeel kind of. I haven't yet tried eating these, so you know it's on my to-do list. So this is an arc scene. You can I don't know how well you can see it, but Arc is the named character. So it's an arc card. It goes in the arc spot. I got a rare of Ultraman Orb Zetsium Beam. So this is a level 3 Ultraman Orb. This is a rare, so it's got a little bit of shine going on. This is when this is on a 2-stack or a 3-stack. When this enters play, if you have fewer cards in your hand than an opponent, you may give this character and another one of your Ultra Heroes plus 2,000 BIP each for this turn. I don't know Orb super well, but I've collected a number of Orb cards. Okay, EJ says this is a finisher card for the mono Orb deck. I like Orb. I've only watched half of Orb, and I've always meant to go back and finish it. That's back when Ultraman was, like, I think exclusively on Crunchyroll. So I've always meant to go back and finish Orb. Because also I like Orb's actor. I feel like Orb's actor, considering that, if I recall correctly, he got his start as the final villain of Kamen Rider Den-O. I always felt happy for him that he got to have, like, more of a fleshed out role in something. So that's our rare, and then my rare is Ginga level 1. This is, I think I have one of these as well. These are the level 1 rares that I've, EJ, I don't know if you can speak to this. I was opining on these in a Vox shredding that I have yet to edit. Because level 1 rares are, you know, that's a thing in every set, and some characters have multiple level 1 rares. Hideo Ishiguro, he's actually an actor trained on stage in Kabuki Theater. Yeah. So the level 1 rares, the opening ones are usually some kind of card draw or card digging. And then I found a lot of the second ones tend to be like, they care about tags, usually an Ultra tag and then a Kaiju tag. But then it's like, if they face one of these 2 tag types, they get a 1 card grade up, going from 5,000 to 9,000. And I've always been wondering, like, how, like, usable these are. Like, obviously card draw is king, but this comes back to my whole question of, like, tag recognition. I'm guessing this is more of a meta call kind of card, because I have a couple of level 1s that are like the second level ones, where they do the single grade up. Having EJ here is great. Now, EJ knows a lot of... I don't know how much I'm always like this with people in such positions. I don't know how much to say, but EJ knows a lot about Ultraman. And can answer lots of questions. Anyways, the way the packs usually work, it's a bunch of commons, usually ending in a scene, I find. Not always, I guess. I actually haven't... I'll pay attention to that here. And then there's usually 2 rare slots, which can also be rares, etc. If you get a super fancy card, it usually bumps, if I recall correctly, one of the uncommons. So when you get a really cool card, the pack is also super juicy. But then it buffers with uncommons in the back. This also sandwiches the fancy cards to protect them in shipping, etc. But we've got uncommon level 3 Omega in Trigaron. I gotta get the Omega spot going here. Got X with Eleking armor. Ginga Strium, level 3 uncommon. Ginga is a whole thing, too, that I've been quietly building a card pool for. I can tell them who you are. Okay, EJ is also the person who is, like, spearheading Ultraman card game in Canada, and we have an interview that we've shot that I need to still finish the edit on, but, like, EJ has had much proximity to Ultraman for a number of years, and knows a lot about it, and is also, you know, the person who is spearheading a lot of our Ultraman gaming in Canada, and by proxy of that, a ton of it here in the Toronto and Ontario area. Not just Ontario, though. Sorry, this is a Dyna scene. Just gonna smack that in here. Okay, APs replace a common, rares, signature parallels, and signature parallels, and ultra rares replace an uncommon slot. Alright, that tracks with what I remember when I opened an AP followed by an SP, where I felt like one of them came first and one came after, and I was wondering if I had done something strange. Anyway, that's... How long was that for one pack? Don't worry, this'll go real... my pace. We're on pack 2 now. I am going to disappear my QR code. Alright, so we've got that level 1 Omega again. Got Gaia level 2. I think this is the same 2 opening cards. Mebius with the Mebium Blade. We got level 1 Victory. EJ pulled a rare... Oh, you did both! Okay, it is possible. So both slots were taken by juicy cards. So EJ pulled a rare... oh, no, that's a rare. So it wasn't both slots. But a rare art parallel in one pack. Oh, dear. So we got Arc, level 2. This is a Victory or... Oh, okay. Here's a question I've been having. Maybe those of you who are deeper in the game can tell me. Some characters, like, for instance, Medio Kaiju, I just file them in the same block with Omega. Should I just be filing Victory in the same divider block with Ginga? That is my question. Is there ever a time, really, where, outside of, like, you know, splashing for unrelated purposes, where I would be running Victory on his own, or is Victory someone who kind of tends to exist with Ginga in most cases? For now, I'm going to put this with Victory, because it says Victory. Oh, and look, there's a rare Victory. He heard me. Okay, so Victory should just go with Ginga. I will do that when I organize everything at the end of this. But there is a rare Victory. That's his level 2 shiny one. See, when this is a single or a double, you may reveal the top 3 cards of your deck to put one level 3 Victory or level 3 Ginga from among them into your hand. Send the rest to discard. If you put a card in your hand, discard. So, reveal the top 3. You can pull a level 3 Victory or Ginga, and then discard the rest. And if you do pull one, you discard one from hand to keep your hand size the same. Okay. Yeah, I'm always down to mix and match stuff in a kooky manner. But it's just there's sometimes things like the Medio Kaiju. I'm kind of like, these sort of live with Omega. There is a rare... Oh, hell yeah, rare Nexus. I just like Nexus, so I'm happy when I get Nexus cards. I also like the way that the foiling has been spot done on the beam, on the cross-ray Strom. Can you see me? You can... I am the beam. Cool. Now I feel really cool. You're saying Ginga unnoticeable amount. Listen. I'm a defender of the universe, alright? Alright, and our uncommons. We've got level 1 Omega uncommon. Oh yeah, so uncommon vanilla, quote unquote, with an effect. This is a BP grade up on 1 type. And we got a Zet, Gamma Future, and a Miracle type Decker. And then, what's the scene? I've seen this as Trigger Scene. Okay. We'll file these away. What cards are you hoping to see for a deck? Ken Noise Maze. Omega rares are my main thing. I want Omega's rare, and Omega's rare, along with the Trigaron rare that goes with Omega. Someone might say, why do you keep saying the words over and over again? Because I think it's fun. And we'll put Z in the back. Here's also, this is my other weird call I made for alphabetization. I put Z after 0. Am I a sinner? In many ways. But that is also one of the ways in which I am gleefully so. You're also saying rare a very noticeable amount. Well, it's not my fault, okay? there is a card type called a rare, 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 and I'm searching for 2 of those along with 4 copies of a rare, rare. So we're here. This is where we live. QR code goes away. It's under my thumb, by the way. You're never gonna see it. That other QR code, feel free. Scan it to your heart's content. Have it. I want you to have it. In fact, I demand you scan that QR code. But the one under my thumb, that's for me and me alone. Me alone. Ink. It's good for you. You can also call it a triple rare. I could, but, you know, what's the saying? If my grandmother had wheels, she would be called a bike. So, you know, it's... There's a level 3X. I'm doing my non-showy way of doing this. Hang on, I'm gonna do the showy way. Nexus level 2. We got Victory level 2. Arc level 2. This is Ginga and Victory with Activate Operation Magna Wave. I'll put that under Victory for now. I got an art parallel. Okay, it happened. This is a Ginga Strium. This is an art parallel. This is alternate art by Sensu. This is art parallel 13 of 20. Wave side reverse. Levels of commitment to the bit not previously seen. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, there's an art parallel. I'm going to put a little sleeve on this one in a sec. Then we'll show it off some more. But what's underneath it? Blazar Rare. This is my second copy of this. This is the Spiral Bourade level 3 Blazar. Blazar and Arc. Arc is the first show I really want to watch next, followed by Blazar, because I've heard nothing but good things, and I missed both of them. But I'm currently finishing... Oh, I'm going to kill all your eyes here. Currently finishing Omega. How rare, rare, rare is Ginga? So the art parallels are alternates of rares. 1R. But if it was a signature parallel, it would be an alternate, I believe, of a rare, rare, rare. This is a rare, rare Ultraman Blazar. This is when it's a double or a triple. When this enters play, you may exile a card in an opponent's discard area to give this character's battle opponent minus 1,000 BP battle points for this turn. However, BP will not be less than 0. Oh, and rare rares. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Blazar. Oh, hello, hello, hello. This is one of the ones I wanted. So this is Rare Trigoron. All right, 1 of 4. Got. All right, all right, all right. So Trigoron. This is a Medio Kaiju. So it's a rare version, so it has a when enters play effect. If you have Omega, you may reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Put 1 Omega card or 1 Kaiju with type Medio card from among them into your hand. Discard the rest. It's a searcher. It's a desperately needed searcher for my current deck build. I want more of these, but... Oh, hello! There's a rare, rare, rare Dyna. Okay, hang on a second. What all did I get in this pack? I thought I was done. So here's a rare, rare, rare Ultraman Dyna. When it's a 2 or a 3 stack, you can activate once per turn. Send one scene to your owner's send one of your scenes to its owner's discard area. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Put 1 level 1 Ultra card from among them into play on the bottom of one of your level 3 double Ultra Heroes with the same character name. Send the rest to discard area. Yeah, this is God Pack territory. We're on what are we on? So there were 4 commons, and then there was an art parallel, a rare rare, a rare, and a rare rare rare. So we got the whole spread. Well, that feels pretty dang cool. Now see the signature parallel. No. So this is Uncommon Zet, who is oh, this is, yeah, Beta Smash giving a hella suplex. Alright, there is a Decker Miracle Type. What's up, Mistake Boy? These are what's called standard card size, so it's like poker size. I'm making them look big by waving them this close to your face. And this is an X scene. So this was the God Pack so far. Holy moly. I gotta put a little, hang on, let me be one of these people. Slip a little perfect fit sleeve on top of this art parallel. We'll put that over there with the other fancy cards. Actually, no, this is this box, so I'm going to put it here. I'll put it with Baltan. And then we'll put these up here with the choice shiny stuff, and then I'll sort these. That's right, I condom my cool cards. Listen, when you gotta protect it, use the best you have. Did I put rares up here? I did. I'm just gonna put rares. I'm gonna put all the shiny things up there to be a freak. I'm gonna be one of these people. We're gonna stick all the shimmer and shine up top. We're even gonna go like rarity order. Because I'm gonna be a proper pervert about this. Blah. TFA Cliff, the box shred is going well. It's going real well. I just popped a god pack, it seems. And then yeah, we're putting the victory stuff back here. When there are two things, I then go by number order, as you can see, there's 107 and 108. You may not have believed me at first when I said I am an utter pervert for this kind of on-the-go organization, but that's me! My bulk is sorted! And so what is this? Time for pack number 4! I shuffled the packs. Did I shuffle all the good ones to the top? Possibly. I guess we'll find out. There are 24 in total that I will be opening. We are going to once again hide my collection point. You're not going to ever find out what that is. So we got X. We got Z. We got Ginga. We got Orb. We've got Jeed. We've got normal Trigaron, so I'll put that under Omega. And I got a rare Ultraman Dyna. So this is a single or double. When this enters play, you may return up to 2 cards from your hand to the bottom of your deck in any order. If you return cards to your deck with this effect, draw that many cards. I haven't gotten one of these in play yet. I've played against some of these now, and I'm always jealous of that effect. We need to teach you proper pack opening technique. Ken Noisemaze, what am I possibly doing wrong? I'm just doing my thing. 3rd copy of rare level 1 Ultraman Victory. And then we got Dyna, Tiga, Decker, and a scene 4. Oh, I needed another one of these. This is my 2nd copy of the Alien, Scholar, and I need 4 of those. Now I have 2. My life is improving. Let's get Dyna in here. Let's get Tiga back here. Let's get Decker on there. And then, with these alphabetized, it's child's play to enter them alphabetically into the grand order of things. Question for the any card folks in the chat: do you like to sort as you go like I do, or do you just like to do the cacophonous pile and let it sort itself out somehow, some way later on? I'm curious if I am alone here, or if I am among friends and allies. That's triggers, so that will go here. X is going to go in here, and then we got Z. Level 2, number 29 goes after this one. Sort as I go. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Sort by rarity first. That used to be me. That used to be me. But then I would never sort my bulks, and now I'm just like, no, we sort it all. We sort it all. I put the cards back in the wrapper when I open them to sort later. I'm a more dangerous psychopath than you. I mean, maybe. I have put cards back in a wrapper to more easily carry them when I bought, like, you know, single packs. Oh yeah, Ken Noisemaze, you got playset binders. I'm also, I just keep them in a box, like trophies. We are going to never show you that. And X and Tiga and Nexus and a Victory and a interesting photograph of Blazar. What's our scene? The Dark King's Blessing for Orb. I'm a madman, they're color-coded. That's because you play Gundam. Sort the same majority of the time, hell yeah. Collected Pokemon cards, I had 110, I would just stack them all inside. Maybe have a separate stack for the deck I'd actually take to school. We had someone at Mad Merchant Ultraman last night. Who was it? It was one of the folks from the store who just had all their cards in, just rattling around in an empty booster box. Proper style. I collect rider gimmick cards and binders despite using them in the toys regularly. That makes sense though, because they have yet to make a rider toy that encourages you to shuffle them, right? So it's kind of like pulling them from the rack for use later on. We got the Ginga Double R, Ginga Thunderbolt. That's some very it's a general foiling on that rainbowy effect, but then there's some spot chrome foiling on the silver bits. It's hard to make this carry across without simply flashing you with like a raw dogging light, but you can kind of see how some of it is spot glossed here. So what does this do? Single or double, when this enters play, you may return up to 2 cards from your hand to the bottom of your deck in any order. If you return cards to your deck... Oh, it's the same effect. Okay. So you can bottom 2 cards from your hand to draw 2 cards, or up to 2, I should say. And then we got Gaiga. This is my 5th copy of Gaiga Raid. Okay, so I don't have to go get mine to show you. Also, now I have a Gaiga Raid to trade, by the way, local area community. So Gaiga Raid, this is a Matt Frank piece, who does a lot of Godzilla artwork. But they got our boy Matt Frank here on that Gaiga Raid. Gaiga Raid, by the way, is a kaiju you put in play. When it enters play, you can choose one of your characters. If you do, the chosen character loses and will not receive any BP grade decrease for this turn. Now, I got an outtake for you all. When I did my Vox shredding of Starter Deck 3 and like 5 packs of this set, I got to a Gaiga Raid, and because there's no comma and there's a line break, I got utterly confused, because I was like, the chosen character loses. Ah, they lose the battle they're in. But the reward is they will not receive any BP grade decreases for the turn. And I was like, what purpose does this card serve? But it is that the chosen character loses BP grade decreases and will not receive any BP grade decreases for this turn. It's parsing. It's parsing. EJ Ultraman has standardized effects shared across different characters, so you can build however you want without needing staples. Editor's note, do not staple your cards. True. That reminds me of the time someone from Wizards of the Coast told me privately while recording a thing in text that they could not comment audibly on the bit I was doing about eating your opponent's cards. I always thought that was very funny. It makes a lot of sense, right? But it's funny in the moment when someone has to privately message you saying, I can't say anything about eating cards. We need to move on. Maybe for ah yes, Tumblr user Spankzilla85 Matt Frank. Yeah, I believe that's also his like socials name. EJ, the amount of times players have made that mistake with Geiger. Okay, so it wasn't just me. I feel way better now. Okay. In the video, I get to a second Geiger raid in the packs after the starter, and I come to that conclusion and say it on footage. So, eventually, in recorded media, there will be someone, me, saying how this card works in long words. But also, yeah, I saw KVN Sync. I always want to say Kevin in Sync. I don't know why. Yeah, I got a Geiger raid to trade you. Hey, so I'll put this over here in the trade pile. Oh, Gotchard driver gets mad if you use sleeves. Oh, I figured that, like, the drop and scan drivers would probably get mad about any extra thicknesses. Ultraman Dyna. Gonna add you back to the stack in here. Seiko, okay. We got a Nexus 3. We got a Zero Beyond Boost Megaphone. I have a scene that cares specifically about having Zero Beyond in the name, so I'm glad to have some more Zero Beyonds. Oh, this is good for Zet, I believe. The Unidentified Object Convoy Order. My dream deck to actually run is Zet, because Zet is my favorite Ultraman show I've watched. It's very near and dear to my heart. So I know Zet is a real deck, especially as of BP06 with Sevenger being there, but I'm always happy to get Zet cards. Geiger Raid is great in Limited because in a draft it's the only level 5 kaiju in a set you can level into a 6. I did not know that, or in the set. Is this my first non-shiny Blazar? Holy moly. Then we've got Dinah here. Mr. Vangelis, what are your thoughts on the alleged Toy Rise Fire Dagwon? So we got, I think the deets came out that they've hinted that Toy Rise Fire Dagwon is going to do the interchangeability stuff they they built into all the Toy Rise Gao-Gaigars. So now I'm kind of hype, because it means that, like, we're going to be able to have, like, Gao-Gaiguan, you know, or Dag... Figar. Anyway, you're gonna have Gao-Gaigar with an ambulance arm, and it's gonna be a beautiful world. So I'm kind of excited about that. This is Orb. This is an Orb scene. Long was here. RB is my fave. They are a friggin' cool deck, and most of their deck is in set 2, which, like, in the United States, I think is pretty easy to get a hold of now, because it's been around for a while. It's like a Spell Slinger deck, and then in set 4 they add cards where Blue and Rosso care about being played next to each other in, like, alternating order. So, like, if you want to play, like, this game and you like Rube, Blue and Rosso are pretty cool. That's been low-key my favorite thing about the Toronto area launch of this game, aside from it being heavily supported, is, like, a lot of people who are jumping in either have their own histories with Ultraman or just wanted to try a neat-looking new card game and then get to be subject to me going like, well, that deck you're running, let me tell you a thing or two about that character. And then they back away. Mistake Boy, I also claim to be played in alternating sequence with my friend. I mean, that depends on the player, right? Lee Thomas, just love playing new card games, what can I say? I mean, welcome to a wider, beautiful world. As I say for a lot of tokusatsu, there's never been a better time to just dive into a little bit of tokusatsu, because, like, it is legally everywhere right now. And then, like, even if you want to get a little bit gray with your legality, it's also everywhere. So, like, it is an easy thing to just check out these days. Rosso. I see something shiny in the back. Orb. I got 2 APs in this box. I got the level 3 Arc Parallel. I just love Tokum getting sucked into TCGs. I mean, part of the reason, one of the many reasons why I've gotten attached to this game is this is currently the only tabletop tokusatsu in English language on the market. Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid is over. Power Rangers the deck building game is probably over. Power Rangers the TTRPG, I kind of feel like is probably over. Like, over in that it's all done. Those are board games and RPG systems. But, like, as for something I can just sit down and play with people easily, reasonably, this is all we got now. Okay, set 3 forward doubles all the rates, so at least 2 APs per box. Hell yeah. This one's also just kind of beautiful. Like, that background is devouring the foiling. What does this do? This is Arc Spiral Berate. So this is a level 3. When this enters play, if you have an Arc card with type Power in your discard area, you may give this character plus 1000 BP. Additionally, if you have an Arc card with type Armed in your discard area, you can give this character's battle opponent minus 1000 BP. That's pretty cool. And he's a 17k on a 3 stack, which is pretty good for a 3. That AP is part of a series. You mean like this merges onto something? Because that is a great way to make me want more copies of cards, is what I'll say. We sniped the box of banana. Oh, it's my second copy of this one. This is the rare Rosso who cares about... Yeah, Walt Blue is adjacent to the left or right of this character's BP grade increases by 1. So you can play this on his own, he'd usually be 7,000, but if blue is adjacent to either side, he's now a 1-card 12,000. Oh, this AP is an adaptation of the card art for BP01 Triple Rare Blazar, and the AP Blazar is an adaptation of the Triple Rare Arc from number... Oh, I get it! That's kind of cool. Scorp, what's up? Oh, EJ, important note for me! Uh-oh. Oh, is this the text error one? That's good to know. It's one of these, right? That had the errata? Because there's some uncommon ones, I believe, that are just like... Yeah, so the uncommon ones are or. The rares are supposed to be left and right to get the BP grade up. That makes more sense, because that's ridiculously powerful. That you can just slap this down, and it's a 1-card 12,000. So that means you slap this down on an existing battle lane, and it's a 2-card 17,000. Okay, there's promo art with the fixed text. Okay, so the level 3s are left and right. I'll remember this. I signed up to take the judge's exam for this game. Ooh, I got another one of these. So this is an interesting thing. This is an RE, a re-type. So this is actually BP01, card number 110. This is a scene for Trigger, for Smiles. But they redo scenes every now and then. There's 2 of them in BP04, where they're redone with a photograph of, like, the heroine actress with this kind of cold foiling effect. And then there is a super EX parallel, super friggin' giant, super rare, that is like a drawn art version of the character. And those are up there with the ultra rares as being like, you're talking about per case rarity kind of thing, if I recall correctly. Are the ultra cards getting scarped? Scarped? Excuse me. Are the... As far as I know, Ultraman has not been a target of finance bros. So they should be kicking around. If you're in the States, which I think you are, I can't remember, they should be pretty easy to dig up somewhere, at least online. The singles markets in America, I know there was like 2 shops, I think, that dabble heavily in singles for Ultraman, but I can't remember who they are. But yeah, the game has also only been out for like, roundabouts a year in the States. I was looking this up for a script recently. The launch of Set 1 was like October 2024. I'm going to put this here for now. I also got a rare. So I got a... Oh yeah, the APs take up a common slot. So I got... Oh, I needed this! Okay, I got my first rare Omega. So I need 3 more of these, by the way. Everyone, just please send them to me. So the rare Omega, who is hurling the Omega Slugger. If this is a single or double, when this enters play, you may reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, put a scene card from them in your hand, and then put the rest in your discard area. So I need 3 more of these, please. This is art by Jamie Noguchi, and it's pretty good art. So we're putting that up here for now, along with this. And then we've got Trigger, Mebius, and another unidentified object convoy order. Excellent. Alright, sort those in. First up, though. Just gonna pull a little perfect fit. Stick on this art parallel. And I'll sort these into this pile. Thank you. Wait, that art parallel goes over here with the other art parallel. Okay, first week of November 2024. The SD0102 release was end of October 2024. Okay. I was looking all this up for a script. Those of you who got the advanced look at a video that's going live on Monday, I wrote a script for a version of that segment for this game as well. I still have to film it, but that should be kind of fun. I do need help. Hey, Toronto Ultraman crew. I could use some help filming, let's say, 3 or 4 clips maybe tomorrow if we have time. if maybe you remember some of the bits we did, maybe I'm filming those again. But with different cards in my hands. There he is. Really, only EJ knows what I'm talking about, I think, but, I once again wrote... this is a little preview. Let me read you a piece from my script. Okay, so from the script. Make sure your opponent has also properly completed these setup steps. If they refuse, then you automatically win the game, and have demonstrated objective human superiority over the confusing entity that has joined you at the table. So that's a little preview. EJ will remember another version of that we filmed once. Or at least that EJ was present for the filming of once. I wanted to work the phrase entity into that, though, because, you know, it's Ultraman. We're dealing with Seijin. Yeah, it's friggin' warm today. It's spiked to, like, 13 Celsius, and I've been sweating during this stream. I'm sure you've noticed the number of times I've been dabbing the sides of my head. I'm so overheated, I might even show you my collection point code. Nope. Never. That's mine. So we've got... Omega, and we've got Zet, Beta, Smash, we've got Nexus, and Fans. That goes before the letter O. We've got Victory, we've got Gargaron, that's a common kaiju. Kaiju cards, by the way, we've not really looked at them too much. You'll notice Ultras tend to be 1, 2, and 3. Kaijus tend to be 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, do the bit. Go, just get it out of your system. Anyway, a lot of the kaiju that are, like, common level, what they usually function for in Constructed is kind of, sort of, you play them for a big number, and they sit in a lane being a big number. But if they are against an opponent with certain types, they get EX battle points instead, which usually is smaller, because it's like they have a weakness to that kind of enemy. Doing the kaiju gamble is how I snuck a couple wins in more limited formats when the game first launched last month. I am a fan of the kaiju gamble. But in Constructed, there are far scarier things people can do with kaiju now. Oh my god, 13 Celsius confused in American... Yeah, I'm not helping. We got a bunch of Ontario people in the chat. Welcome to our home. Toronto's getting snow next week. Yeah, the temperature also is going to plummet tomorrow, if I recall correctly, so... It's like when we left Mad Merchant last night and it was friggin' Silent Hill outside, because all the snow ice rain was, like, evaporating rapidly. And we got Activate Operation Magna Wave. Oh yeah, let's put that with Victory for now. I'm up to 3 copies of this one, dang. So once again, Ultraman Blazar Spiral Bourade. We've seen this one before. And Ultraman Trigger, rare level 1. This is the second one, I'm guessing. This is the double typal single BP grade up, which is something I want to get good at using. Because this feels like not game clinching, but game win helping higher level tech brain stuff to get used to. Yeah, the Silent Hill fog. You know what I mean, Griff. Oh, this is an Omega. This is actually a pretty cool level 2 Omega. Number was this? 13, 12. I like this one because this one has a grade 3, so when I get Reckiness out, I can grade this one up on a 2-stack to become like a 2-stack 14 for a turn, and that's pretty cool. How confusing is it for new players with all the different Ultramen? Scorp, you weren't here earlier, I think, but like, a number of players in our area were more interested in trying a new card game than having necessarily much Ultraman info, so like, it helps they all have a name tag here that sort of types them all out for you. But as far as I know, people don't really get confused by the Ultras so much as, like, Ultraman has funny pronunciations of things. So, like, as, say, an Ultraman aficionado, you gotta get used to being kind when people say, Geed, for instance, or, like, Mebius or stuff like that. You gotta not be a stinky gatekeeper. You gotta like welcome them into the club and go like, yo, actually it's Jeed, and they might say, oh, why is that? And you kind of go like, I don't know, but that is how his name is pronounced. It's supposed to be like related to genes, I believe, because like Jeed is a very genetic themed Ultra. Oh yeah, Taiga was a very common one as well. Taiga is the one where I do correct people quickly, but it's because I tell them, I know that we are in a later set, because I've seen the advertisements for it. We are getting Taiga in a later set, so we can't have y'all pronouncing Tiga like Taiga, because then when Taiga comes out, what are we going to be doing? It's going to be raining, you know, dogs and cats are going to be like in the streets, and like, does it mean Ginga, Jinga? I think people see the word Ginga enough to default to the hard G. Yeah, Robo Lore Keeper. Correcting people is for losers, but giving people correct info about something they like is fun. Jeed, Gene Seed, Secret Warhammer connection? I mean, could be. I'm not one to stifle some theorizing. Almost play-set it. I am play-set it on this. I know I have 1 or 2 copies of this already. No, Wave Sign. People in the Toronto area, I believe, specifically do remember the mid-2000s Tiga dub, because I know I've had the conversation with someone about it before. But you know what's also great about this game and people, like, taking some interest in Ultraman? The fact that I can, say, like, hey, do you think this Ultra looks cool? And they say, yeah. I can then point at YouTube and go, well, did you know? If you want to see this Ultra actually doing stuff, you can go watch it. And then what's even cooler is you can even watch it with not a goofy dub, but a professionally made dub that is nice to listen to in some cases. At least you don't have to worry about people in Canada mispronouncing Ultraman Z. I'm pretty sure I've heard someone say Z, but I don't know if they got away with it or I heard something, because like, I kind of was like, pardon? And I think they said Z afterwards. Alright, Victor. The King Joe launcher. I have not seen Ginga, so I mostly know... A lot of these characters I know from the Koichi Sakamoto green screen sound stage filmed specials of the early 2020s, which I love. That's not derogatory. But that's also primarily what I know them from. So I'll see things like the King Joe launcher and go like, well, that's novel. Don't want to tell these nice folks about the Canadian qualifier. Do I ever? We want you! Hey, Canadians. Americans, you're allowed to listen to this. Don't come to this, though. We'll know. On March 22nd, at Splendid China Mall, which is across the street from Pacific Mall, there is going to be the Canadian Ultraman card game Worlds Qualifier. It is free entry, and if you enter, you get 2 promos. One of those promos is the Zeton everyone needs 4 of eventually to hang in the upper meta as we go further into catching up with the rest of the world. What better way than getting one for free by showing up? That's not the only reason to go. If you place in the top 4 of this event, and you only need to have 1 deck, it's 1 deck best of 3, place in the top 4, you are qualified to participate in the World's Ultraman card game tournament in Japan. If you place first, they pay for you to go there. There is no entry fee. So, if you navigate, if you thread the needles just right, you might walk into going to Japan for free. But also, there's prizing, there's trophies, there's special promos only for this event. There are side events where series of cards that haven't come out in Canada yet, BP05 and 06, there's going to be sealed events for those, and or limited play event for those. I think it's sealed and or draft, I can't remember. And BP07 is going to be another side event, limited event, and I think that is before it launches anywhere else, possibly. So Canada, after all of our long waiting, we might get to lay hands on BP07 first. Also, the worlds are a BP04 meta, but without 100 of these. So it's going to be the actual BP04 meta that nobody ever got to have. We get it in Canada. It is a world premiere at BP07. Hell yeah. So anyway, if you're in the Toronto area and you're like worried about getting out to Splendid China Mall in Markham, I just did it last night. It's hell of easy. It's actually you can do it on one TTC fare if you're willing to do a 40-minute bus ride from Kennedy. And then it's like another $4.50 if you want to take the GO train from Kennedy, which is 15 minutes faster, I believe. It's actually really easy to get to. That's part of the reason why I went last night, was to see how easy it is to get there. There's also going to be, I believe they're from the province, a toy company who are going to have licensed variant color Ultraman, pretty, like, kind of large, but like art vinyls there. Yeah, the GO train's, it's from Kennedy GO to Milliken GO Station. Milliken GO Station is in the parking lot of Splendid China Mall, basically. If only I wasn't working. Let us know who needs to be spoken to. I'm speaking, I represent nobody but myself, by the way. But if someone needs to be spoken to, I have a 5th Geiger raid, and a lot of intent, and I can sound extremely confident. By the way, this is a Rosso card. This goes here. Oh, this is the common Reckiness. I don't have a playset of this yet. I might now have a playset of this, but I do like having one of these because it's a 2-card 16. Play hooky. It's 2 p.m. on a Sunday, by the way, this whole thing. So like, you don't have to worry about it being on a weekday. You don't have to worry about it being early in the morning. I think you should go for it. It's going to be hard to get cards to match the meta for Worlds if anyone from Canada is going. Yeah, EJ is mentioning it, but like, my understanding, that should not necessarily be a problem. And that's all anyone really can say, really. Anyway, we got a double rare Ultraman trigger. I have one of these. I like this one because they spot chromed the stars. It's really hard to show you with the camera, but it makes it look like the glowy ball is actually glowy. This is a reveal top 5, put a scene in your hand and send there, so it's a scene searcher. And then Ultraman Zet, rare. This is by Klenda V. If I recall correctly, Klenda V has shorts on YouTube going over the process of this art piece, like from sketch to finished. I swear I saw something from the artist for this specific card. And then we got regular uncommon 1 Omega. We got Nexus. Victory 3 without a King Joe launcher. And Galactron, the Civil Judgmenter. Its almost holy appearance boiled its true terrible threat. She's a fan artist who's so good she had to be hired. Hell yeah. We love artist appreciation. And to be clear, she is a professional artist, extremely good. Yeah, that's... No, I find this a very catching piece of Zet art. It's also Zet original form, which makes me all gushy and warm inside. Should play this game while playing with the blockies. What's up, Adam Bilmu? I was just telling them about how there's a video that's going to go live on Monday, Adam Bilmu. And that video maybe gave me the scripting and filming experience to want to try doing that for this game as well. In a perhaps small talk about the release event, during which I say maybe, hey, if you want to see how this game works, why don't I just show you? A new video? I don't know. Anyone going to TFCon LA? I'm not. I'm in Canada. But if you are, and you pre-registered, there's a chance you might be getting something card-related too. Wild, I know. I'm just sorting, I'm alphabetizing, I'm living my best life. I put the V's in front of the X's, because, like, I just don't... Who's gonna stop me? You? I don't think so. And then Galactron. There's a lot of kaiju in my collection. What if LA joins Canada by Thursday? You still gotta get me a boat to get down there. Also, so I've watched some, what do you call it? Card pack opening videos before. And they're always shorter than I think they would be. And it's because when I stream things, I can't help but make everything go long. We've been going for nearly 90 minutes, and I have not finished a single box of trading cards. Welcome to the experience. When I was at Mad Merchant, folks were like, oh, we want to check you out streaming the cards if you're not opening it here. I'm like, hell yeah. But then I was kind of like, I wonder if they know how hard my friggin' yap can go. Ooh, this is my first copy of the blue rare. So this is the other one who is errata, technically, to say left and right, not left or right, if I understood correctly. And then victory rare. I think, did I get one of these earlier? I did. No, that's a rare. Oh no, I did. I'm playset complete on level 1 rare victory. Ooh! I got a rare for Ultraman X Zanadium Beam. So this is... What's up, Disconnected 22? Level 3, if it's a double or triple, it gets an activate once per turn. Choose one opponent's character, then reveal the top card of their deck. If the revealed card shares a type with the chosen character, that character cannot level up during the next turn. Ooh. That's wild. Yeah, Bill Moo, I don't know if you were here for me talking about the rarities, but, you know, in normal rarities, we've got rares, and then we've got rare rares, but we also have some of the vaunted rare rares. And then I was also able to pull a pair of, these are art parallels, but in a different... from a different box, I grabbed some packs. I also have a signature parallel, which is signed by the Ultraman in question himself. But there's an even rarer version of this called a signature parallel, which then can rarity up into an ultra rare. FYI. This is very important for TFCon LA. Every X wave is a totally different deck. It rules. Ooh, someone in here was an X fan, I believe. Someone popped off at the sight of X early on. That's also a nice thing about this game. Is like, I don't know if you can tell from the character selection, right? But like, there's sort of like a year onwards as far as character representation. And I was curious if that was going to end up with some folks going like, oh, I don't recognize these Ultras. But no, people, I think, recognize these Ultras more than they recognize the Showa era, who currently is not represented in the game. Simply people who have met them are represented in the game. Getting that victory in. We got to get that headlock Ultraman Zet in here. Second Galactron, the Civil Judgmenter. Signature parallel going to be played in my deck. That is what they are for. The only reason why I have mine like all sealed up right now is because none of these are for decks I'm running, but these are decks I would like to run eventually. So whenever I do, they're getting in there. Yeah, and also look at EJ's decks if you're coming tomorrow to Banana Games. I got introduced to this game by EJ playing some games with me with his decks that are all, like, you know, up to date to BP06. Also, blinged out the butt, like, double-sleeved art parallels, a couple ultra rares appearing here, and that's friggin' a great way to get someone like me to go, like, what a nice-looking game, is by, like, showing me the shiniest versions of decks. We got Omega, we've got X, we've got Zero, we've got Orb, we got Orosso Blue. Ooh, another Trigoron 5. I've got a rare Ultraman Ginga. This is the one we got before, so I got a second one of these. Ginga Thunderbolt. And Agul! I've got the rare level 3 Agul. I have, like, 3 Agul cards. So this is Antimatter Beam. It's a very monochrome foiling. Still getting across, though. Ooh. When this is a double or triple, activate once per turn, no cost. If the top card of your triple Ultra Hero was put in your hand by one of your character's effects this turn, give one of your Agul and one of your Gaia plus 2000 BP for this turn. Is it art parallel because they're just full art versions of existing cards? No, they're also different art. So, like, there is another artworked version of this card, and then this is a second artwork for the card, is the way these work. But the commons and uncommons are, from waves 1 through 4 at least, for the most part, they're screen caps and stock photos with background and visual effects added in. Some of them are drawn too, though. And those ones always make me go like, ooh! Like, whenever I get them. I can't remember off the top of my head now. It's just there's a handful of them where I was like, hey, this is drawn. You can tell if they're drawn because, like, it'll have an artist credit on the bottom left. And so occasionally the quote-unquote vanillas show up in artwork as well. What was your first Ultraman series? The first time I properly watched Ultraman and liked it was the movie Mega Monster Battle Ultra Galaxy Legends, the movie. That single-handedly turned me around on Ultraman in one evening. I had classically tried to watch Ultraman and just had a lot of trouble connecting with it for, one reason or another. And it was Mega Monster Battle Ultra Galaxy Legends, the movie, that completely, like, opened an Ultra eye in my brain. Now, is it because it is a Koichi Sakamoto film that starts with, like, 20 minutes of Ultras just fighting each other, i.e. Belial? Maybe. Maybe. That maybe had something to do with it. But it was also the debut of Ultraman Belial. It was the debut of Ultraman Zero. It was, in a way, the baton pass from the Mebius era to the Zero era, where Zero would start appearing in everything and be, like, the unifying force for all Ultra series. If you ever want to see it, by the way, you should look up its title. It's been floating around places for a long time. But yeah, I highly recommend that movie. It's one of my faves. It sold me on the legacy of the Showa Ultramens. That said, if I were going to show someone something Ultraman now, like out of nowhere, Zet would be one of my go-tos. Any of the series with a modern dub that is fully on YouTube, those are all really good ones. Don't have to watch the dub, it's just the dubs are pretty good. And what is something that that growing up you might have never been exposed to is like a good dub of Tokusatsu. Mega Monster Battle is also on DVD Blu-ray. I forgot. I actually don't know what all is on Blu-ray because there is a lot of Ultraman on Blu-ray now. I think I actually have Orb. I just have to, like, get a new Blu-ray player because my PS3 finally died. It's still alive, but its optical drive doesn't work anymore. And it's been my Blu-ray player for 100 years. Ultra Q is out there as well. But, yeah, if you want to watch Ultraman, like, the easiest way is go on YouTube and look up the shows that are all, like, sitting right there. Also, check, Amazon, check your favorite Blu-ray places. A lot of Ultraman stuff is, that is been on digital is also on Blu-ray, and usually it's like, here's the full series and at least a movie. Oh yeah, Blazar's dub has Johnny Young Bosch. So if you're a Johnny Young Bosch head, then your Ultraman sounds like Johnny Young Bosch. Oh yeah, anything that's that I'm talking about should also be on Tubi. That's like the whole what do you call it? I think, is it part of Tokusatsu? I thought Tokusatsu was pretty all-encompassing, but like most Tokusatsu that's officially on YouTube is also on Tubi, I find. I gotta say most. I won't just say all, but generally it's most in my experience. Another Agul. It's a vanilla Agul, but listen, I got next to no Agul to my name. Also, if you liked Mr. Hart from Kamen Rider Drive, if I recall correctly, that is who plays Ultraman Blazar. So if you're like, oh boy, I want to see that guy again, well, hey, I got good news for you. Alright, we got a rare Ultraman Orb, Thunder Breaststar. This is a single or double. When it enters play, you may return up to 2 cards from your hands. Okay, bottom 2, up to 2. Draw that many. Glad to have some more of those. My third copy of the level 3 I Care About Being Next to My Brother Rosso. I'm being guided towards a deck again. We got Dyna, we have got X, we have got Orb. Another scene. This is an X scene, right? Yeah. Yes, Tomoya Warabino. Thank you. I'm going to split this. I'm going to get the Rosso Blue guys to start a second stack. Alright, Dyna. That's a Dyna 3. I haven't got one of those yet. Ginga 3. Number 62. Where's our Trigaron pile growing? Blazar had one of the most interesting crossovers with Arc. Ooh. I have heard some very good things about Arc. But right now I'm on like episode 15 or 16 of Omega, and I wanna finish what I started before I move on to another one. Elestions, did I pull any Gaia cards? Outside of commons and uncommons, I can't remember. No, I have been pulling my Ginga stuff, but not Gaia. Is there Gaia stuff in BP04? I can't remember. Part of the spooky part of having this game rapidly deploy in Canada is that, like, outside of some of the broad strokes, I cannot remember what is in some sets and not in some other sets. I'm still not giving you the collection point. Omega, Trigger, Ginga, Rosso Blue. Goes with Omega. Yes, number 2! Okay, got my second rare Trigaron, so I'm halfway there. And I now have a 5th level 1 victory. This is my first shiny dupe. No, second shiny dupe. Geiger Raid was the first. I now have these 2 available for trade. Dyna and X and Blazar, and I am play-setted on this one for sure now. I'm gonna start going like speed style, getting this stuff laid into my stacks. Robin Hood, there is an Ultraman Z scene card from BP01, and the scene is Chant My Name. I only have one, but I need a playset of it, because I heard it's actually, like, it's a card you use for him, and that makes me really happy. Alright, what's our count here? How much got left? Got 5, 10, 11, 12. I am halfway through the box! I did it! I'm a real person! I made it to the halfway point. There's a possibility I may complete my triple rare Omegas with the packs I got. Maybe? Maybe? I leave it up to the whims. I leave it up to the whims. I'm happy I got 2 Trigarons, so now I can at least, like, have all the functionality available with a little bit of luck. Oh, Robin Hood, I'm not sure if you're in the States or Canada. If you're in the States, they've launched set 6 already, and that adds Sevenger as a whole, like, extra character you can run in tandem with Zet, and, like, they're a deck, is my understanding. Like, Zet and Sevenger, form a playable unit. Dog, am I fully playsetted on this thing? Got Rosso. Well, I know I have at least one more of these, maybe 2. This might be another trader for me, but I am set up with half of the brothers, and 5 King. This is my first copy of this. This artwork is great. This is another Matt Frank. Of course it is. Of course it is. So we got the Matt Frank double shot here. So 5 King, the super combined monster. When this is a single or a double, well, you have 5 or more kaiju cards in your discard area, each with a different character name other than 5 King. This guy just becomes a 17K. Okay, that rules. I gotta do something with 5 King eventually. What's 5 King's flavor text? 5 of the most dangerous monsters to ever threaten an Ultra merged into a beast more wicked than all of them combined. That's 5 King. Oh, you're in Canada. Okay, we're going to be having Sevenger, I think, next month, then. Big! Any thoughts on the Brave Toy Rise stuff? I am excited that they're doing Dagwon, and it sounds like Dagwon is going to be, like, doing the Gao-Gaigar compatibility thing. That could blossom into a super cool play pattern. Right, trigger goes here. It's very attractive to me, is what I'll say. Ooh. The nice thing about sorting as you go is that also, once I sort like this with my main block of cards, I can really easily see with bulk things, once I have more than 4, then they're pre-sorted for my little blue trader box. But when it comes to the bulk, like, that's mostly going to be my, hey, does anyone want this box? Like, any new players, anyone want to try to, like, combine stuff together to just make demo decks, whatever. That's something I've been thinking about with bulk in this game, is, like, thanks to scene cards especially, I think you can make some pretty cool demo decks as you go. I know the discourse was Toy Rise X-Kaiser doesn't exactly do the form-up gimmick. No, Toy Rise X-Kaiser's better for it. They made every right decision with Toy Rise X-Kaiser. That is well, it is my toy of the year of 2025 by a long shot, but also, secretly, it's not just it is X-Kaiser 2. Like, everything about the play pattern, everything about the design, even the CG shorts they did communicate this is not X-Kaiser from, like, the 90s. This is X-Kaiser 2 in a much larger armor suit with a much bigger King rotor. Because the little X-Kaiser is scaled with, like, little Bravern, and in my opinion, with little, you know, Gaigar. So by skipping the form up and having him just lodge into the spinal cord, they then made the logical, and in my opinion, perfect decision to go like, okay, it's King Rotor 2, so it's bigger. And now that they are, it seems, aiming for Fire Dagwon to integrate with the Gaogaigar's play pattern and size by proxy, that tells me, like, okay, so that just means X-Kaiser is the biggest one. Makes sense for me. Because they could have done the form-up thing. If you really want the form-up thing on a high-end toy, the Soul of Jigoken is coming out. I think that thing looks very fascinating and completely confused as to what it wants to do. And maybe makes the case that, like, perhaps the form-up gimmick just ain't really worth trying to stuff into a fully posable toy nowadays. I will also say, though, there were 2 Soul of Jigokens of robots that do that very kind of gimmick. There was Baikonfu, and there was the other one, Govarion? I can't remember his name anymore. The one that isn't Baikonfu that everyone forgets about because he's not Baikonfu. But they did those, and a long time ago at that. Gordion, thank you. So they've done Gordion and Baikonfu, and that made me extra confused at how confused looking Soul of Jigoken X-Kaiser seems as a project. Because I feel like some of the base conceptual work exists already. Oh, we got that Do-Grid. Do we got any Do-Grid fans in the house? Do we got any friends of the Poison Sea Lizard? I got a second copy of Rare Ultraman Orb. And I got level 1 Rare Ultraman Orb. Spacium Ziperion. This is the second version Rare level 1. In my head, at least. So this is the one that is a 2 types self-grade up. Take it easy, Adam Rockmore. We need some Decker in the house, some Arc in the house. I'm going to sort this one in. I might start just making a new stack, and then I'll double sort the 2 stacks at the end. Because this is getting tall. And it's getting unwieldy to pull back and forth constantly. Yeah, in general, like, Toy Rise made a lot of good decisions, and one of those good decisions was to focus on playability. Like, that's what makes the Toy Rise line, you know, for better and for worse, depending on the figure that comes out. Like, some of them, I think, hit it harder than others do, but, like, Toy Rise is just infinitely more fascinating to me because it is saying, what if high-end toys put their high-endness into their playability, as opposed to, you know, anything else. This is the first one of this one. It's my first level 2 vanilla Sky-type trigger. Write that down. You can quote me on that. No Zet spoilers in the stream, please! Because demonstrably I have not yet gotten a chance to look at it. I was not multitasking that hard. I'm sorry if I came off that way. My skill set is still developing. My hustle and grind will one day get there, and you'll all be proud of me. All right. But welcome back, Zet's viewers. Don't tell me what happened. I'm gonna watch it after we're done. Let me bribe you. Maybe I'll let you have my collection point QR code. No, I'm not. It's mine. It's mine. I'm not sharing it. I'm gonna start a new stack of the vanillas, because I think that'll be easier to keep track of physically with my hands. The power to open the way. Level 1 rare Dyna. So this is a 2-type self-grade increase. And the level 1 Ginga. I think I'm getting close to playset complete on this one. Am I caught up? No, because I've been streaming. So I have not yet seen today's, because they didn't... It sounds like they delayed the stream briefly, and that's very kind of them to do that for me, but they then, you know, betrayed me and put the episode out anyway, and, like, that's pretty messed up. It's pretty messed up for Toei to do, to, like, give up on delaying everything till my stream was done. 15 minutes. I need longer than that. Holy moly. Woo! Still on the lookout for any rarity above, like, rare and up Omega stuff. That is the main thing I'm looking for now in these packs. For the sake of having more deck. More bigger deck. Thoughts on any of the recent Ultra shows? I'm watching Omega now. I fell behind for a bit, so I'm just now watching Omega. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna watch Arc and Blazar next. In that order, most probably. But I am a huge friend of all that stuff being available on YouTube, and doubly so being available with high-quality English dubs. It's the best accessibility thing I could ask for. But also, I think, like, you know, the Zet dub is just really good. Another Dino 1. I'm racking up my... The rare ones were, like, early on, and I say early on, a month ago. The thing I was hurting for the most. I am happy to be racking these up. I got an X1 as well. Holy crap. Another triple R Dyna. That's 2 of these. The world is telling me something. But yeah, it's my second. That was a rare. That was a rare. That was a quintuple rare. We got a rare, and a rare. And then we got X with that Gomorrah armor. The thing so far, don't tell me what happens, but the thing so far on Omega that has made me kind of squint a little bit is that it's another one of those, like, what is this Ultraman thing on our planet? But also, like, Gomorrah just is there, and I'm like, I want to see the show all about the Gomorrah species and how it just, like, shows up across time and space. And it's just like a consistently just big angry dinosaur. Yeah, did you not know TJ Omega is an Ultra? Like, I don't mean to... I'm pretty sure he must have gone, you know, face reveal by now, but, yeah, he's an Omega. He's possibly responsible for some kind of war crimes against the Gen S people. Now, who am I to judge, right? Who hasn't done some of those? Number 3! Okay, I'm getting very, very happy. I'm very happy. I thought this was actually going to be one of the problems. So I'm close to playset complete. We got a trigger number 1, and we... Okay, alright. Yeah, okay. Now I'm really happy. Now I'm super... So that's number 3 of this one, too. So I've got 3 rare Trigarons. Now I've got 3 rare Omegas. I've got 3 rare Omegas. And I've got 1 double rare Omega. So I've got some rep across the spectrum of cards. I'm so happy. I was worried I wouldn't find another one of these. This is the one that seems like the biggest problem to find, even though I have been pulling it more consistently than the rare. Oh, but I am very pleased by that. And then these go back here. So I didn't play set out anything Omega, but I've gotten so very close. Are you implying that TJ Omega is not just a pulsating PNG like he's been whenever he's shown here on stream? Listen, I'm not implying anything. I'm simply stating who is and who is not a known Ultra. And that's not to, you know, to put them in danger or anything. Far from it. I'm actually, I got friends who are Ultras. I love Ultras. Would I go golfing with Ultras? Absolutely. I'm actually going to move the rare shiny stuff down into here, because it is going past the ceiling of the top of that thing. Oh, what's my collection point QR code? You'll never know! Except Magnus, screw that. No, don't screw that, Magnus! Just let him put his armor on. Just let him put. Bill, stop. Why do you keep playing Bashing Shield? Why do you keep knocking his signature armor piece off and making him cycle his deck again? Why do you keep doing that to him? Transformers TCG Ultra Magnus is a character that I feel does dabble a bit in the Magic the Gathering Commander space of the phrase, why don't you just let me do my thing? When your thing is like, if I let you do your thing, then you win. So Magnus is just like, why don't you just let me keep my armor on? Why do you keep knocking my armor off? And it's like, because if I leave your armor on, then you win. Ultra Magnus, this is on you. This is on you for hedging your bets on keeping your clothes on for the whole game. We got some G'd primitive. What's the deal with ultra plane food? Well, I mean, you should be bringing your own food on the plane. Like, I'm not saying you should be, why aren't you fool? But I'm saying, like, in the world we live in, sadly, it behooves you to just, like, eat before the flight or bring a snack with you. Because they ain't gonna help. Ooh, I got a second blue. Man, okay, so I've playsetted the level 3 Rosso. I'm 2 of 4 on the level 3 blue. Someone buy me a box of BP02. Thank you. And oh, thank goodness. All right. This is my 4th and playset finisher of the Nick Roche penned level 1 Ultraman Omega. So now I've got 4 of these. That is a playset. Now I've got my level 1s who just draw me 2 cards and let me put, and then if I do, I put 1 on the bottom of my deck. Very helpful, very important. I've got a playset now, thank goodness. Also, this art is by Nick Roche. I need to get him to come to TFCon Toronto so I can get him to sign Ultraman cards and probably be the only person doing that at the Transformers convention. But yeah, you can, I don't know how well you can see it down here, but it is illustrated by Nick Roche. And it's also it's the box art for the Wave. But yeah, Nick Roche, Tom Chu, and Matt Frank have all done artwork for this game as well, among other people. Just they're the ones that I note offhand. Ooh. Also, for those who are getting here and weren't here for the start of the stream, if you're curious about like the card stock, this is one of the beefiest card stocks on the market right now. And if you check out the back, they got like an embossed texture on the back of the cards. And these cards can survive at least a day of unsleeved play in the hands of children. Tom Chu is like, he's like in fandom, but is also an artist in comics. I can't remember. I don't recall if he actually did any Transformers work. He's just, I know him from fandom. Yeah, at least there's a lot. Like, listen, am I wrong when I say there are some very popular card games on the market right now whose cards would not survive even a day unsleeved in the hands of children? Like, am I wrong, though? Getting down to the wire. Rip my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Pringles. There's that too, yeah. You're never getting my collection point. Sideswipe Prime, what's up? Tom Chu middleman some SHFs for me back in the day. Yeah. He's that's what I mean. He's like he's part of classic fandom stuff. They should make Pokemon cards for kids again. Why would they ever do that? Actually, going to tell me that they've like put mechanics and rules on Pokemon cards, or that there's some kind of like game to play with them. Are we all drunk or something? Is it what? Is it Friday night? I don't think it's. I'm looking at my watch here. I don't think it's Friday night. Mechanova, get any ultra rares with your Ultraman. Dog. I got 2 art parallels. That's completely different artwork done at a higher rarity. I got rares. I got rare rares. I got rare rares. I'm swimming in it. I'm swimming in it. Game? Aren't those numbers on the cards resale value? You'd think so. But no, the illogical people who print the Pokemon card game don't print their monetary value on the cards. They make it some kind of puzzle to sort out. I don't understand. What's up, JT Elm? No worries. Hey, listen, there's always a VOD, right? Also, I am probably the slowest booster pack ripper for streaming on the market today. So, I've been going for over 2 hours, and I still have 5 packs of 20... I'm on pack 19 right now. Is this another Bandai game? No! That's the other wild part, because it sure makes you think, right? It must be... It isn't. It's Tsuburaya. Now, I suspect some of the printing facilities may be shared, because, for those of you just getting here now, the card stock for this game is some of the best in the market, and they embossed a cool spiral texture on the back of every card, and I don't know how much you saw of but the foiling is El Gorgioso. The spot glossing is sick. So I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps there was maybe some shared. I don't actually know this. It's just I would assume that, you know, given how much on the toy end Tsuburaya works with Bandai for toys, perhaps they at least spoke to them when looking for someone to print their cards. But either way, the cards are of a beautiful stock. And like the art parallels, also, for those who didn't see it, I didn't get it this box. This is a signature art parallel, or a signature parallel, which is actually signed by Ultraman Trigger in this case, signed in Ultrasign, the alphabetical language of the Ultras. GTL pulled a $24 Super Shredder MTG card this morning. Oh, hell yeah. No, dog, my luck... I'm feeling good, because I'm actually trying to build an Omega deck for the Worlds on the 22nd of this month. The things I got that I needed for that deck, let me show you. I needed 1 more of these. I needed 2 more of these. I got 1. Where's the double rare? I needed any rare Trigarons. I now, I believe, have like 3 rare Trigarons. Might have also surged right past it. Yeah, there's another rare Trigon. I swear that no. Where's my rare? There's also a rare Omega I picked up. There it is. There's my rare. Didn't I have another Trigon somewhere? Maybe I'm. Oh no, he's right there. So for my deck alone, for my 1 deck that I'm focusing on alone, I got 3 of the 4 Trigarons I need. Now I've got 4 of level 1 Omega. Now I've got 3 of the boss Omega. And I've got 1 of these. I would like to pull another one of these at least. Please. But this is already gains, baby. Since the cardstock is S tier, does it mean you're going to be rubber banding a deck sans the sleeves? Unfortunately, the cardstock is so good, it actually keeps breaking my rubber bands. So rubber band tech has to get better, basically. TCG not being by Bandai feels like Supro trying to diversify their merch, not solely be reliant on Bandai. Could be. I also, like, at least as far as I know, I don't see any Bandai logos anywhere on this. So my understanding is that the only logo I see on this is Tsuburaya. So it is, as far as, like, a parent company, it is just Tsuburaya. When are you pulling the Ultra? So there is Ultra Rare, the UR, but that's one per, like, 2 cases, I think. And that is, they take the signature parallel art, they monochrome it, zoom it in slightly, and add, like, an affected background and do the whole thing in raw dog silver and gold with etched texture. That's the highest peak rarity. I only have seen those in person. I don't actually own any. Those do resemble the cool thing I pulled from the current promo pack. You get a pack every 3 packs you buy from participating stores. And of the 7 things you can pull in there, this is the rarest thing. This is a player priority marker, but it's done with that, like, gold etching kind of style over a rainbow foil galaxy. And I think it's pretty sexy. I put it into this acrylic thing, so it's more fun to spin around. G2, how are people pricing cards in the GTA? I don't know yet. Looking to make a deck for regionals, haven't opened any products yet. The only store I'm aware of that is aiming to have singles right now is Mad Merchant, but they haven't got any up yet. That's why I was just like, basically I bought all the starter decks to have those card pools, and then because I had starter deck 3, I was like, maybe I'll buy, like, you know, another, over time, it was like 2 sets of 4 packs of BP04, and during that, I pulled 2 copies of the Omega Rare, and so I was like, this is the universe telling me to just do Omega, so that's why my box I bought was BP04. But as it is, people are just kind of, like, buying sealed and seeing what they pull towards. Like, we've got at least one Belial player, Belial Juggler combination deck, who just bought tons of BP03, and because that was the thing to do if you're aiming for that deck. So right now, people are just kind of, like, going with the flow. As we get closer to regionals, obviously, like, if you can make it, I don't know where you're located, in the wider GTA, but, like, if you can make it to Mad Merchant, if you can make it to Banana Games, those are the 2 places doing regular events right now. ANC Games and Go For Game also have packs. I believe sometime, if not already, then by next week, they're going to have booster pack single, like, just packs for sale, and not, like, just boxes. But right now, there is no real singles market in Canada that I can find. I've been looking. I'm hoping that in the final week leading up to the Worlds qualifier, we're going to be able to, like, there is, by the way, a Canadian Discord for Ultraman. I think I can link it. Let me just go grab. Obviously, if you're not in Canada, like, I mean, join if you want, but, like, we don't really have anything for you if you're not a Canadian who is playing the game. So if you want to get in on the small little Canadian community we're building for the game, this is currently... There we go. This is a temporary link to the Discord server. But if you're not Canadian, then, like, you know, what's the point in using that link, right? But yeah, if you haven't gotten in touch with the community, like, head on in. In the week leading up to Worlds, I'm hoping that, you know, all of us will have pulled enough that we can start, like, figuring out, like, okay, what am I looking for? What are you looking for? Etc., etc. And then we can see if we can get all of our decks up to snuff before Sunday the 22nd. But yeah, also there are promo packs. I believe as of Monday, they should be all over Toronto at every store carrying the game, where every 3 booster packs you buy, you get a promo pack. The promo packs primarily contain well, a few of them will have this. There's 4 other of these that have characters on them, and then there's 2 Japanese promo kaiju that never came out in English. There's an Ella King and a Metron. Sorry, an alien Metron. The winner becomes world champion. No, the winner, the top 4 at this tournament qualify to participate in the world championships proper in Japan. This is a world's qualifier to qualify to traverse the world. Little do they know, I've traversed the world before and never told anybody. Ooh, Gingastrium. I want to do Ginga as another deck because everything I've seen of the mechanics look really cool, so I'm glad that I've got some shiny Ginga stuff. And another 4 Smiles. I can almost playset the photo version of 4 Smiles. Zero and Galactron. I saw someone just join the Discord. Oh no, never mind, someone posted. I thought someone joined the Discord, and I was like, are you Canadian? Hang on. See the chat again. Here it is. That's Orb. Okay. But yeah, I am swimming in TCG brain right now. I don't mind it. I have fun with it. But it's neat having this like incredibly accelerated event to build up to. Yeah, I'm like an hour away from Ontario, Canada, or California. It's CA! It's CA! It's CA! No one told me what the rest of the word was supposed to be. What other TCG news can I mention in my personal life? I inadvertently ended up getting taught how Union Arena works. Because I was hanging out with a friend of mine who was like, I want to buy Nikkei cards. And then when we were at Banana after we played some Ultraman, they were like, I'm going to get a box of Nikkei cards, and then you can help me sort them, and we'll try to make them into decks. And then they went to get Nikkei Union Arena cards and came back with 2 Union Arena players who, like, magnetized onto someone buying Union Arena cards, going like, yo, do you play? And then when they said, like, no, not really, they were like, do you want to learn how to play? And then I was there, so I was like, I'll learn how to play. So they lent us decks, and I just played... I played the yellow Nikkei Union Arena deck, and then they were on the purple Nikkei Union... I don't know anything about Nikkei. All I know is that the lowest level cards, on the level 0-1, the girl's facing away from the camera in the artwork, and then on the level 1, she's turned around. That's all I know. But it was interesting. It's another Bandai game, which I didn't actually... I either didn't know this, or I just forgot it. Because I was like, wow, this resembles a Bandai game a whole lot, with the 7-card column as my life total. And then it was well afterwards when I was informed, like, yeah, it's a Bandai game. I'm like... So it is. So it is. But yeah, apparently Nikkei was also in Weiss Schwarz. Apparently there's just a Nikkei game in Japan right now. I don't know. The thing I picked up from all this, which made me super salty, is apparently there's Union Arena Kamen Rider in Japan only. And I'm like, well, not to say it's a pattern, how does Tsuburaya keep doing everything I think is cool very specifically before Toei ever does? I mean, this is out in Japan too, right? But it's also out here in English where I can play it. And I'm sure there's like 100 different reasons why it's not as easy as like just put it out over here, but also, number 1, double rare. I'm feeling bold now. Just put it out over here. Anyway, hell yeah. And, look at that. Number 5, so I'm so laden in Omega, I can trade an Omega rare, even. I feel very cool. I'm unsure how to feel about things leaving Vice and making... Well, here's the thing, Nikkei didn't leave Vice. Nikkei was in Vice, and now Nikkei was in Union Arena. So, technically, they went to 2 different places before apparently doing their own thing. So they've been walking the world, learning, how to live a full life or something. To be fair, Tsupro has been wanting to take Ultraman World. Yeah, Tsupro is also just, like, has a motivation, or has had at least a motivation that, like, makes way more cohesive sense to me and my needs. I haven't gone to the HoloLive TCG because I spent $100 on HoloLive Vice cards for a deck I never played. True. Apparently, the HoloLive TCG is very good. I've been told by more than one person that, well, the way they described it to me was, oh yeah, the HoloLive TCG, you mean better Pokemon. Because apparently it's just the Pokemon TCG, but, like, improved. I've never played Pokemon TCG either, so I don't really know. But for those who like Pokemon and also like HoloLive, apparently you are incredibly well-serviced by that game, is my understanding. And you know what? Whatever it is, it's not V-Card. That's a low-hanging fruit. That's an easy joke. Don't laugh, don't nod, don't pat me on the back. I don't deserve nothing for that one. That's like pointing at a friggin' terrible movie and going like, doesn't that movie suck? It's like, yeah, thanks for stating reality. Yes, I know V-Card is still around. I want to know if they tried to make it a game again. Now, Morbius kind of circled the I was going to say the drain, but it circled the communal drain and kind of every now and then became funny again. Like Morbius we made work. V-Card sounds like a game you should play for. Yeah, I mean, the whole industry stole my bit. So, it's just one of many crimes that I seek restitution upon. Salute V. Is V Royale Merryweather's? Because I heard that one actually was mechanically pretty good. It just didn't have a sales model. But if it was Merryweather's, I heard that was like a very solid actual game. But no, never. You'll never find out. They're mine. Those QR codes are all mine. They're just over here, too. If only you could control the camera. You could come over and just look at them all. But you can't. You'll never see them. Oh. Hang on, I gotta get some cards I can fan without spoiling stuff. They're just my little treasure trove of collection point QR codes. All mine. All for me to look at and scan with my telephone. Omega, Tiga, Agul, Ginga, Orb, the Orb Scene. The other Arc level 3, Arc Spiral Berate. I don't think I got this one yet. This is when it's a rare. Okay, so this has got the like glossy shimmery shine, and the spot gloss on the artwork, which is like low key my favorite thing in the world. I love that stuff. So when this is a triple stack, when this character enters play, if you have an arc card with type power in your discard, this gets plus 1,000. If you have an armed one, opponent gets a minus 1,000. I did open this earlier. I remember reading that effect for arc specifically. Well, then we also got X level 1. I think it's my second X level 1. I appreciate whoever Jeff is. You appear on an ad board in the back of X level 1's BP04 card. Can you import the packs into digital with QR codes? No, they just have a thing running where you scan the QR codes in, and you get 4 points each time. And at the end of the season, which is the end of this month, you will have enough points to be one of 4 letter grades. So if you're like a C, it's C, B, A, S, because that's how letters work apparently. So if you're a C, you get some kind of digital reward. Then if you're a B or an A, you get like you get some kind of shiny cards, and then if you're an S rank, you get 4 copies of every shiny card for that volume of Ultra League point collection campaign. I think those are all the words. Grand Ultra ZOB like, LOL. Get my Ginga loaded up in here. My Omega. My Orubu. Actually, it's Orb. I started this stream by correcting how to Romanize words. I will continue. So, Orb, or like the mighty Thor, don't contain R's in the katakana used for their Romanized syllables. It is Orb. And it is the mighty So. That's what we all learned from the SH Fig Arts. It's why I found his SH Fig Arts name so funny, and I couldn't really explain why, is because his name was just Romanized as, like, the character So, with an extension on it. So just So. That's Thor. Is the mighty So. Which would be written in Romanized characters as S-O-U or S-O-O. Actually, Kenny Omega is not an Ultraman. Kenny Omega is a Street Fighter character. I have 3 packs remaining, and we're going to find out what's inside. I sort according to game mechanics. So according to game mechanics, I sort alphabetically by tag, and then I do the same for most of the kaiju in the back. I do it for all of the kaiju, but then kaiju who have a lot of forms get their own divider slot in my box. Final 3 packs are duds. Why did Long Was Here manifest that? Hi, I'm here from the future. Why did Long Was Here manifest 3 awful packs for me? What did I ever do? I read the Toy Hacks code and everything at the start of the stream. I don't understand what I did to deserve this, but I guess it's all my fault. This goes with Ginga. No, this goes with Victory, because Victory's name is in it. Gaia level 3 with the Agul Blade. This is a level 3 single R rare. We're cutting stuff. When this character enters play as a double, specifically, you may put the top card of another one of your triple Gaia or Agul into your hand and give this character a BP increase. Okay, so you play this as a double on top of a 2. You take the top card off of a triple, put it back in your hand so you can replay it the next turn, and then this goes to a 17k. That's kind of cool. I have 6 of the Nick Roche Ultraman Omega now. Oh my god. Sorry, I just saw what my next card is. EJ, are you still here? If not, someone should tell him. I'm about to reveal the second highest rarity available in the game. So, the second highest... So you remember these, right? This is like a scene card, but instead of just being a photograph of an Ultraman, they took a photograph of the heroine actress and did this as a cold foil. So there's one level up from that called the EXPs, and that is what I pulled here. This is the EXP Champion of the Fierce Fight. This is heavily textured. So this is from Mebius, which I have not watched, so I don't actually know this character. But the EXP is 1 rarity level below the Ultra Rares. This is still 1 per, like... What is it, 1 or 2 per case or something? And if I recall correctly, the way these work is that Yeah, what's up, EJ? Look. What's up? Look, Long was here, manifested 3 dud packs, and I immediately pulled an EXP. So the way that these work is that the actor of the heroine character, as I understand it, has input and oversight onto their artwork form that is done for the EXP card. So it's like, I don't know how to put this. It's like, it's all very, like, above board as far as, like, you know, respecting the actor, respecting the work they put into the character, and, like, you know, how they want to be portrayed on this representation of themselves, their character, and, you know, the episode in question. But also, it is super the hell fancy. Okay, so one of these is in every 1 to 1.5 cases. How many booster boxes are in a case? That's my other question. I saw this over here as I lifted my 6th copy of Nick Roche Omega, and then I was like, well, this is pretty cool. I can trade another... Oh! Oh yeah, the actress's actual human signature is on the card. Yeah, it's over here, I believe. Is it? Yeah, I think it's over there. Still a normal card on the back. Also, by the way, Nexus Victory and the X scene, what's up? You got overshadowed hardcore. It's gonna get a little sleeve for that guy. I still have 2 packs to go, by the way. This thing feels like a credit card. What's up, PT? This is admittedly, it's only a 25k Charizard, so I'm sorry. But it's still pretty cool, I think. Best part is it's playable. I need to run Mebius now, so I can run this and just, like, shuffle this in a deck and just slap it down on the table and go, like, I play this. By the way, this is a round 2 scene, so you need to be on turn 3 to be able to play this. Once it goes down, it has a once per turn activated effect. So select a level 1, 2, and 3 Mebius card in your discard area. Exile one of your double or triple Mebius from the game and put the selected cards into play as a triple Mebius in its play. That seems... Hey, EJ, that seems pretty kind of like badass as an effect. That seems like there's a badass effect on the really cool rare card. Okay, so someone from our community has pulled an XP from sets 1, 3, and 4 so far in our area. So now we just need to figure out where the one for number 2 is. I'll put this on top of everything. We'll keep this in view for a little while. 2 packs left. Keep trying to manifest duds for me, please. Please do. Please do. Oh, GL Expert, this card is also just available as, like, a normal card you can get with you know, photographs and stuff. So, like, the effect is not locked to the rarity. There's very little in this game that is not available as a normal card in packs, that being, like, mechanically unique, rarity-gated mechanics. The top-level gated rarity stuff is the triple Rs, and then, as far as promos... The main one is there's a Zeton that is mechanically unique. However, here in Canada, work has been done by the fine folks distributing the game and pushing the game in locals to ensure that we have access to Zetons. Oh, it's 2, 3, and 4. Okay, thanks, EJ. But 4 has 2 different XPs. I never even filed away these guys. Hang on, I'm going to put that pack down for a second. Alright, so we got Dinah, we've got Gaia, we've got Mebius, we've got Victory, we've got Orb. We've got a Victory Ginga scene. I have Geiger Raid number 6. So I've got 6 copies of Geiger Raid, 6 copies of level 1 Omega. I've got another level 1 Trigger. So I'm up to 2 of those now. Alright, 1 pack to go. What's gonna happen? Oh, I forgot to remove the collection. I almost revealed this, but I'm not going to, because you're never getting it. It's mine. It's all mine. I'm going to file these together, however. Ooh, what's going to be awaiting for me? Finale. Let's get that wiggled open. Maybe because it's the final pack, I'll actually show you what these look. No, I'm not. It's mine. We got Dinah. We got Gaia. We've got Agul. We've got Victory. We've got Orb. We've got the Victory Scene. Alright, we got Agul 3, Antimatter Beam. And finally, Nexus 3. So I got 2 Nexuses. So that does it for all the big stuff. Thank goodness I'm not one-ofs on any of the Omega things I still need. But let me organize this, and then we will get to some final sorting, final chatter. No, holy crap, finally, okay. One last Omega card. I got a 3rd one of this. It's still coming up me. I needed one more of these. Alright. So I'll sort these into these. Check out my cool sorting technique. We go backwards. We glob them all together until they're one glorious whole. Oh, but yeah. I am excited to slot up my deck with all the fresh gear. And like, dang, it means like I could maybe feasibly trade my way into my last couple cards I need. Without having to, like, struggle and strife. But even if I don't, it's going to run better than it did yesterday. And it already ran okay yesterday. Let's put you over here. There we go. So now off of these 3 piles, these are my new tradables. That's also a new tradable, I think. I have to double check the Victory. That's my box topper Baltan, by the way. Every BP04 has a box topper Baltan. BP03, I believe, is box topper Alien Metron. BP02 is box topper Ken Sato. And BP01 is box topper Gomorrah. How thick are these cards? I'm glad you asked, PT. These things are some of the best card stock on the market right now. It's super thick. And they also have like a very textured back. With like an embossed, you know, Ultra Q style weird swirly deal. And they can take, you know, a hefty shuffle. Like, I want to sort these, so I'm not going to riffle shuffle them, but I'll riffle a thumb. Like, it's a good noise. I can confirm they're not plastic. They are cardboard, but they're just, like, real good cardboard. Let's pull one up here. Let's get some of that. Anyone want a real beat-up common level 2 Ultraman Echo? Yeah, these were, I think I mentioned it earlier on, but these are soft confirmed, specifically able to survive children for at least a day. Because when we did the starter deck event and all we had were the starters, some folks didn't have sleeves, and it was like, don't worry about it. You're actually going to be fine. Because as far as like playing, you know, 4 rounds or so, you're fine to just play these unsleeved. Nothing's going to happen to them. Also, the starter decks are like 13 Canadian, well, after taxes, like close to 15 Canadian dollars. So if you do somehow obliterate a starter deck, at least SD0, 1, and 2, it's not the end of the world. You can inexpensively replace it. Blazar. There will one day be a beautiful world where I just walk in with an unsleeved demo Ultraman deck of some devising of my own, and just do a big rank riffle shuffle right in front of someone who cares a whole lot, and then I will have won. I'll have won the day. I'll have won the moral battle. Yeah, we're on Dyna. Oh, I left a Decker behind. How could I do that? So foolish of me. Yeah, I'm shipping anything shaped like objects internationally probably sucks. But do some searching. I know there are places that are selling like just bulk singles. I just don't remember what they are called because none of them ship to Canada. How much more expensive would it be to make a TCG with plastic credit cards? It depends, I think, on like how much you want them to be shuffleable. Treasoner, they did that kind of. It was called M something. I can't remember the full name. It was awful. Ah. Well, that answers that. Also, interesting thing. Out of a full box, I only pulled 2 common Geeds and 1 uncommon Geed. I don't know, I find stuff like that interesting. There's always sort of a school of thought of like, well, if I buy a box, surely I just get a play set of commons and uncommons. And it's kind of like, not really. These cards are cool, but they're no ultra-rare Chris Vangelis internet. It's true. None of these cards have yet to defeat me in single combat. I can confirm this. Like, there are, when you say plastic cards, I should say, there are games with plastic cards, like plastic poker-sized cards that are flexible and shuffleable. A lot of chip theory games, the plastic card version of Palm Island, I have those, and they do make, like, plastic playing card decks that are usually marketed as waterproof. So those do exist, I should say. They're just not like credit card thickness. You've never fought a UR. Well, that's because they stay away from me because they're scared. You see, some people might get salty, like, I didn't pull a UR. I didn't pull an ultra rare. Me, no. I'm not salty because I know what that means. It means they're afraid of me. It means they fear my raw power. And, frankly, I find them a little pitiable. Now, is that what the kids call cope? Yes, but I think that we need to enter an era where it's like, hey, is it shameful how hard I'm coping? No, it's not, because I'm the one who's coming out going like, I could defeat a card in single combat, and that makes me look pretty cool. Oh, these are going... I'm going to set these aside because these are going in the deck anyway. Get down in the... Yeah, get... No, not there. Get to... Yes, you knocked her over, though. Crime. Crime! Oh, Oma, that's just TCG card box prices. It's because you're getting, like, whatever 24 times 12 is. Yeah, 50 USD, I would like that quite a bit. I can't remember what the retail in US America dollars is. Yeah, Uno comes in waterproof too. It's usually based off of like playing cards, that are like doing their whole thing of like the waterproof playing card sets, but they're like flexible plastic with like kind of a matte finish. You can usually find those at like game stores, on a rack somewhere. Sometimes like tourist shops have them. They're kind of hellish for doing, like, card tricks or cardistry stuff, because they're slippy. Oh, okay, Treasoner. It wasn't M something. It's called Redakai. I remember that name. I don't remember the game at all. I don't think I ever interacted with it, but the name Redakai sounds familiar. It was plastic, though? That's weird. I say that, then someone's going to be like, we had a prolonged conversation about Redakai once. And I'll be like, we did. And then they took it from me. And when I find them, there will be hell to pay. Redakai had lenticular art on all the cards, which is why it's... Oh! Okay, that makes sense. If it was a game, I wonder if they tried to work the lenticularity into something gameplay mechanic-wise. Because if stuff is lenticular, you can do, like, can't you do, like, not magic eye tricks, but, you know, like, you can do visual tricks. Depending on how you, like, filter the light or something. They were also clear plastic and designed to be overly... Oh, there's board games like that. Damn, I forgot its name now. There's a whole set of... There's a whole board game series built around, like, stacking cards together in a sleeve as part of the deck building mechanic. And it's like a deck builder game, not a... This is a deck construction card game. A deck builder board game is a very different... I've gone on the soapbox many times. But I've gone on the soapbox because it's important. Because people get it wrong. And there's one thing I can't have. If there's one crime I cannot abide. Rush of Ichor is what you mean. Rush of Ichor is one. But there's another one that has, like, one of the boxes for it. It's a legit board game. Has, like, a big, like, walking stone moss golem thing. I need to, like, go and do, like, 4 Google searches trying to narrow down words. Ugh. Gargaron, what are you doing? Canadian anime. It's real. That's me. Right. So, what was the cool stuff? So I came away with... This is my cool stuff. I came away with these for the... I actually have rares to trade. That's such a feeling. I need to triple check victory, but I'm pretty sure. Because, oh yeah, I gotta sort these now. I gotta sort this stuff. So this one, I'm gonna sort this for the sake of properly working it into the deck, but that is... That's all going in my Omega deck. I'm very happy about that. That's gonna smooth it out. It does mean I need to really figure out, though, what my 1 or 2 card splash for another Ultra is to counter Zeton. Oh, Redakai was a Canadian anime. Must have been for the game. I'm going to sort my my rare haul now, so we can get a better look at what all is in here. I'm so giggly gleeful about some of these achievements of luck that I committed. So there's one thing that I think is important about general card gaming, right? Be realistic about what booster packs are, and then you have more fun with them. Every time that people get, I think, the most bummed out about booster packs, it's when there is raw expectation of results. And, granted, with Ultraman, we're also digging into these things because we don't have a singles market right now. But I still try to maintain the outlook of, like, I'm going into this fully aware that nothing may happen, and I want to just enjoy the experience. Lee Thomas, I feel like there's only good hits from the boxes people in Toronto have opened so far. Yeah, I don't know what we did, but we've been having some baller luck too. Like, we're every couple of days, it's like someone's like, I bought another at least, like, you know, 6 boosters, if not half a box, and then like this and this happened, and it's like, huh. I also think, you know, this, and I don't want to say it's like, and it's all pure luck, because obviously there's collation stuff that is sort of by intent, at least ratio-wise. I do think that something in Ultraman card games' favor is it does have, at least, you know, for this first month or so, it has a pretty good pack experience. Like, even the most dud of packs, I get 2 single R rares that look kind of neat and shiny, that inform some kind of deck build. It probably helps that there's 4 sets that kind of came out nice, like, you know, set 1 and 2, then set 3 and 4, all in the span of, like, about 5 weeks. But it means that, like, I just don't really... Oh, I have 3 of him. Holy crap. I couldn't really tell you, like, what a bummer pack feels like, because I just don't... I don't know. I haven't really had one. I've had, you know, weak packs, but I haven't had any packs that made me go, like, I should have just eaten that money instead with my mouth to digest it. So, end of the day, you know, Gamba is Gamba. But, the one for this game, like, feels kind of fun. I am equipped for Dyna stuff. It's like with, yeah, Dyna deck, right? I lost my train of thought. Where's my Nexus spot? Just eat the cards. Thank you, wave sign. Yeah, like I got with Dyna the thing that happened to me with Omega. Like, look at this. Like, I'm all like, I could Could be doing something, yeah. Also, I like anything that plays with, like, doubles and triples, like, that plays with, like, pulling cards on and off. I didn't go on about it really during the stream, but, like, something that impressed me about this game when EJ showed me some of his built decks early on is how there are still 6, now 7 sets in, only 2 card types, characters and scenes, like, as far as broad card types. And all of the, mechanical design and advancement has all been for a sideways power creep for the most part. So rather than, like, how do we spike harder and harder and harder, there are, you know, upward creeps. Like, one thing they add in Wave 5, I believe, is level 4 Ultras with, like, big final forms. But, like, a lot of the different deck identities find really interesting ways to play around in the very simple space of start of turn, lead player can play a scene, then we both play an ultra face down, then we both, or a character face down, then we can upgrade every existing row once, flip them over, do effects, compare numbers. Very, very simple, but I did get 6-7. But it makes for, like, really interesting decision spaces, and having played more of this game, something I'm also enjoying about that is that you can't win or lose until turn 3, so it's at least 3 turns, usually, of some kind of decision space, even if it is just I need to dig. And then if you brick, like if you brick out hardcore, card variants just decided to hate you that day, the game is over in 5 minutes and you start another one. If you are having a huge battle of wits, card variance is pushing the drama between you and the opponent, you are slinging cards, you're up to like 7 lanes, then that means the game took maybe 12 minutes before you finish and move on to the next one. It's got a really good, what was the wording I used? Let me go quote myself on my script I wrote yesterday, because I was very happy with this metaphor. It is a banger morsel of gameplay that neither rushes past its bite quality nor overstays its chewing time, making it common for sit-down sessions to balloon past 4 or 5 consecutive games before anyone really notices. So I wanted to get in that whole, like, food metaphor, right? It's like a really good morsel. The bite is satisfying, the chew time is great, but it also finishes, and then you may take another bite. Is this going to be a video, or are you just thorough? I am never thorough. No, it's going to be for a video. I have a video games script I've been writing about the Canadian release event, which I'm rolling in with a little bit of a how to play and some very summarized thoughts. And then I'm going to bolt a Vox shredding onto the back of that so that I'm not inundating you with, like, video games immediately a Vox shredding. I'm gonna slap them together into, like, one video. Because there's also going to be an interview video with EJ that I don't want to have, like, 3 videos go up, like, I'm just going to make, like, a fatter, weirder one, and I'm going to secrete a Vox shredding into the back of it. Kind of like a parasite, except it's me opening 5 packs of cards, and a starter deck. What if you eat like a duck, though? I never said that I could accommodate everybody. I'm here primarily for mammalian-style mastication, but with a higher on-the-food-chain intellect, as far as appreciating the experience and the flavor profile of the morsels in question. Alright, I think I got all this stuff more or less sorted. So I never thought about how to finish. I thought this was also going to only take about an hour and a half. I didn't think it was going to be 3 hours. It's as though I've never streamed with myself before. Well, I did say at the beginning this is my very first stream I'm hosting, so there you go. I need my peas in water. I much like a raccoon, I like to wash my cards in water before I start playing with them. Anyway, the super hits, for those who are not here, is 2 art parallels. more or less, you know, it is expectable to get 2 in a box. So that's pretty cool. The big one, though, is the 1 per 1 to 1.5 cases EX parallel. The heroine art card for Champion of the Fierce Fight from Ultraman Mebius. Got to make a Mebius deck now so I can stick this into a deck and play with it like a savage. And I can add these to my other art parallel and my signature parallel. I got, look at the shine, look at the shimmer. Huh. I'm so used to print and playing cards. That's not true. I also have some Electrums, but they're not here. They're in a box behind me. So let's go back to the browser. Hey, look, it's that Toy Hacks code again. Thank you all for hanging out for this. As I mentioned, like, I got some more stuff cooking for Ultraman TCG. There is also something for another TCG you might remember going up on Monday that is somehow relevant to TFCon LA. What could it be? And now that I've also written a how to play overview for Ultraman TCG, I want to do a similar video games video about my experience with Flesh and Blood, which is like a game I have enjoyed very much since I started playing properly last summer. So I am enjoying finding some more video stuff to do. I like expanding my skill set. Debuting the TFCon TCG. Can you pull these? I won't say it. I was like, what else? What kind of card could I say for? Yeah. Can you pull the super _ rare Colin TFCon? There's no relevant TCG for Transformers that's officially alive. Well, what is official, really? What I'll say is the Transformers TCG is alive and well in a better state than any official entity left it in. Because they left it in a disaster state with Wave 5. So it is better now than it was the last time Wizards of the Coast touched it. Evangelist exclusive Transformers TCG card when? Yeah, I don't know, man. We gotta get in touch with your members of Parliament. You need to start more letter writing campaigns. There are Transformers MTG cards. There are, and at least I'd say 5 of them are pretty good for Commander, as commanders. But there are only 15 of them. 16? 15. 16? 15. I always forget, because RC doesn't have an SG alt art, so, like, there's 29. So, yeah, it's 15 of them. It's 15 of them. Guess I gotta call Sabrina Carpenter to do something. Damn right! Hang on. Go back to desktop for a second. Hang on. Damn right! We deserve this! Sport Peppers, what's up? Internet got cooked, I'm so sorry. But it's back alive. Hooray! I have to watch the rest in VOD World. It's all good. This went longer than I thought it was going to. But yeah, that's some stuff upcoming. Also, next review is going to be a G1 toy. I just have to finish the script. All the footage has been done for ages because I filmed it without a script, and I just assumed everything would work out. But that is the next review going up, and I'm hoping to have that up next week. I want to do some cafe time and just make that script exist. But in the meantime, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that browser view for a second. There's that code again. And then what if let's go looking over here for a second and set something up. That's pretty cool. Where we drag this onto here. And that's using the operating system's user interface. It's a hardware piece called a mouse. So anyway, that is suffice to say. Hey, thanks for watching the stream, especially if you're here for the first time from yonder Ultraman's communities, but also if you have zero interest in cards, or have zero interest in Ultraman, or have specifically interest in cards of Ultraman, or somewhere in between all that. Thank you for chilling out. As always, the VOD will be available. I heard a little birdie in my ear suggest maybe there might even be a stream tomorrow, because I didn't do it for a while, and I got hungry again. So stay tuned for that. That's not going to be a card stream. That's going to be a stream that's a little bit more about where we came from, about history of sorts. But stay tuned for whenever. I mean, if it's happening tomorrow, stay tuned for tomorrow when it gets scheduled and it appears on your subscription feed. Or you can go and look for me posting about it on somewhere like Blue Sky, for instance. Anyway, I will talk to you all later. Stay ultra, buddy go, and I'm not gonna get anywhere by standing around.
Let them come.